Hi, everybody. It's Diana with Stamping with Di. Hold on. Let me turn the let me turn my computer down. Oh, I'm part of the Stampin' Up Demonstrator Council. There's several councils, and I'm on one of them. So we just did a Zoom, so I had that on. So I'm sorry. So, anyways, I am so excited to bring you this month's paper pumpkin. It is gorgeous. If you can look behind me and around, and if you were in my studio, I even have a sunflower tattoo. So I love sunflowers. So when I saw the little sneak, what they were getting, I was like, yes, because I don't always get them. Sometimes I put them on hold till I kind of see the little sneak peek, and then I decide if I want them or not. Only because I am a demonstrator. My name is Diana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I love the paper pumpkin kits. But as a demonstrator, once that month is over, if I use the stamp set and someone falls in love with it, they can't get it. So I usually only get them if I really, really love them. And this is definitely a keeper. So what I'm going to do is the first 3 cards that I'm going to show you, or I'm going to demonstrate, are the ones that the kit says to make. And then I'm just going to make a whole bunch of other ones. I don't even know how many I cut. I just was cutting the paper. So we're just going to have fun. We're going to do the Mimeograph Monday, 3 cards at the top, and then we're going to twist till we're blue in the face. So how's that? So who all is here? I don't know if that's a good thing, but when I talk about that, it reminds me of my granny. All right, so let's see who's here. Judy and Gloria and Lori, Rhonda, yay. I think my kit came a couple days ago too. It was a little, it seems like some states they get here a little, they get them a little faster than we do. And Joanne's here, and Mary Ellen, and Judy. So hey. So so Mary Ellen, you got yours this afternoon. So now hopefully this will give you some ideas. Because it's beautiful. I mean, the envelopes alone are just, it's just all beautiful. All right. So let's see. There's no refills. And I need to look into if there will be, because right now there isn't, but I don't know if the refills come out right away. So I'm just going to check every time. Now, Joanne, this is a paper pumpkin. So this is that subscription. So to get this one, you had to be a subscriber before August the 10th, because that's when they send them out. And then as soon as August 11 hits, it turns it into the September one, and it's going to be, I thought I had a flyer, and it's going to be a Halloween one. I can't put my hands on the flyer right now. So anyway, so that's a paper pumpkin subscription. So that's this is a little bit different than the kit I showed the other day, which is, you know what the kit is, and you can order them till, they run out. And that was the, I can't remember what it was called. Cozy and Bright and Cozy. So that's one I showed last week, I think it was. All right. So, yeah. So hopefully, right now I don't know, just because I've been busy all morning, so I haven't looked online. But I know the refills aren't usually available at the same time as when the original kit goes out, and then the refills are there's no stamp, right? It's just the card supplies, because they figure you already have the kit, because you have to be a paper pumpkin subscriber in order to get the refills. Okay. So you called? Okay, Judy. You called. Because I'm sure this one went like crazy. So if you are not a paper pumpkin subscriber, definitely sign up for paper pumpkin. If you sign up now, and you can do like a subscription, you can do like a 3-month subscription, and then they'll send you a code. You'll actually earn Celebration, and you can do that right in my online store. You can get 1 month, 3 month, or 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. And then what you can do is you can pause it. So that's what I do. I have like this standing subscription in there. And then if I don't want the month, I just go in and say skip that month. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask. All right, so I'm going to stop blabbing, and we are going to get started with the cute kit. Oh, that's nice and crooked because I have so much stuff on my desk because I am loving this kit. All right. Oh, that's not very straight. Okay, so let's show you. So the box alone, I don't always keep the boxes, but this box, look how pretty the box is even. So I need to bring this a little bit closer to me. So I apologize for all the adjustments. Okay, so look how pretty the box is. So, and we don't always get tissue paper. I swear we haven't had tissue paper all the time. So look how pretty the tissue paper is. So that's just in there. All right, you also got your directions. All right, so you have your directions. So it makes 3 beautiful cards. So there's the directions we need. You also got a little package of dimensionals, a little package of glue dots, and then here's the stamp set. And I have them all like ready to go. And then as a little free gift, they gave us these really pretty gold foil honeycomb doohickeys. All right, so I think that's all that came in the kit, as well as 2 spots. So soft suede and crushed curry. But you know me, I like to use the big pad. So I have my soft suede and my crushed curry, but I'm also pulling out some other colors that go. So these are just the large pads of the spots. And then Mango Melody I pulled out, Mossy Meadow, and Cajun Craze. So I pulled those out as well. All right. So usually I usually do the cards ahead of time, but this time I didn't. So, so this is going to be just us playing together while I mess around. Okay, so the first one, like I said, the first 3 are going to be like it says to do. And then what I did was I just put the pieces I needed based on what the card said, the instructions, and I just stuck it in the envelope. So look at this pretty card. It's beautiful on the back as well as the front. So this is the first one we're going to do. Get that scored. All right. And then these are the pieces. Now we're going to stamp on this little sunflower. All right. So we want our soft suede. And our crushed curry. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Dawn. Oh, thank you for sharing and subscribing. I so appreciate it. So if you have any questions, make sure you let me know. If I miss your question, always re-ask it because they scroll up and then I don't see it. All right, so now this might be interesting. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this right in here, and we'll see how good I do. All right. And off it goes. Ooh, I did not too bad. I don't know if it's actually meant to be perfect, because, you know, it's a sunflower. It has all those things. All right. And then we have our soft suede center. So there we've got our cute little sunflower. All right. Then I'm looking at the directions. So we need some dimensionals. All right. And look at how pretty these are. So you also have these things that you pop out. So let me show you the pop out paper. So here's the pop out paper. So you can see I popped out a bunch. And then you also have, so this is where your tags come from. All right. And then I had so much fun with those. So don't leave because, oh my gosh, I was just having a blast. All right, so we are going to we have like little bees. We also have, oh, this card uses one of those little tiny, oh, here it is. Excuse my arm. So we also have little tiny hive pieces as well. So that's going to go on there too. We also have thank you, and that's stamped on here with the soft suede. Okay, I love the font. It's just very wispy and pretty. All right, so let's put our card together. All right, so we have this. I already popped this out. So it's saying to use glue dots. You know me, I use my roll of glue dots instead of the ones that come in it. All right, so just be careful. It's very fine and delicate. So what I'll do is I'll get my pick tool. Excuse my arm. Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah, so today was a busy day with the Zoom earlier. So if you are a demonstrator, make sure you check out the Demonstrator planning place and you can watch the Zoom. All right. So we have this. All right. So we want to put this over here. So I'm just going by the instruction doohickey. All right. Then we want our snow, or our, I almost call it a snowflake. I do use the dimensionals that come with them though. All right. So we want a couple of those. And there's also a glue dot, but we'll see if I want a glue dot. All right. I also want to put my greeting first, and that's going to go here with a couple dimensionals. Isn't it beautiful, Dawn? Oh my gosh. I had so much fun messing around to come up with some twist cards. So like I said, I don't know how long the video will be because I don't know how many I cut because I just was having so much fun getting all the pieces ready. All right. Now we also want that little, now, oh, here it is. This, I keep losing this. All right. So we want this little thing, and it's going to go like right here. And I'm going to hope that this will hold it because it says to use glue dots, but I'm just going to hope that this holds it in place. If not, I'll mess with it later. All right. So this is going to go down here. Oh, see, that held it. So we're good. All right. Then we have our sunflower. So that's going to go here. So you want to put your dimensionals off to the side so that it can hang over top of your tag or your greeting. So pretty cute. Then we have our cute little bees, and they are putting those on with these dimensionals. So do those fit? Okay, let's see, because I don't want to see my dimensional. Oh, they just fit. Somebody knew what they were doing when they designed the little bees. All right, so there we have these cute little bees. They're adorable. So this guy's going there, and this guy's going there. So see, this card was pretty quick. So there's that little guy. So see, that one was pretty quick. All right. Now, I did not cut anything to put on the inside of this one because this is one that I made just like the rules, if there's rules. Hi, Christy. All right. And then I'm just going to stick it in the envelope. All right, so there's the first one. So let's pick out the second one. Again, look at how beautiful the envelopes are all the same. But look at this card. Look at the pieces for this card. All right. So let me get my directions for this one. And it's this one right here. So we want, so again, look how beautiful the whole card is. It's just, this would be, you could even frame it without doing anything to it. All right, so there's the front. We also need some of this. Now what I could do is I might just take a little adhesive and stick it on there, and then just make sure that the greeting covers it. All right, so now this time we want to stamp wishing, what is it? Wishing you so much happiness. Okay, with the soft suede. So I don't think I'm going to have an identical card when I'm done. So then it's going to be like, oh, which one do I not want to give away? And then you end up keeping all of them. All right, so wishing you so much happiness. So there's that. And then we also have this cute little Blackberry Bliss little piece of paper. To me, it reminds me of a paper ribbon is what it reminds me of. And that's just going to get put on with glue dots. Again, I'm just using my roll of glue dots. It does come with glue dots. So the paper pumpkin is all inclusive. The first time, if you've never been a paper pumpkin subscriber before, the very first time you get a block. But after that, you know, you already have your block. But it has everything you're going to need, unless you're altering it like I am. All right, now I want to put this on with dimensionals and the bees as well. So again, there's two cute little bees, and I love how the bees have that same kind of color that the paper is gorgeous. As the background, so that you don't really see that, you know, because the bee kind of has like there's paper around the edge of it, right? But it's the same kind of color that the card has, so you just kind of see the bee. You don't necessarily, you know, realize, oh, well, you know, there's paper around them necessarily. All right, so I'm just sticking the bees on so I don't lose them. Oh, they're bees. There's tons of bees. All right, so there's a bee. All right, let's put our greeting. And I love the watercolor look of these cards. And I'm sure that, you know, Stampin' Up! Has amazing watercolor artists there at the home office. And then they turn it into cards, DSP, you name it. All right, so there's the second card. So that's super cute. And then I would put it in the envelope too. What I should do is take them out of the envelope so I can just go over all of them at the end. All right, and I'll just set the envelope to the side. So then the third one that I'm going to do, like it said, before we get to the twist cards, all right, is this one here. So all the pieces fall out. All right. So I love how they made both sides of the cards have a pattern on them. And you'll see why I love that idea in a minute. All right, so here is the third one. So we want, say, for what does it say? For a one-of-a-kind friend. Isn't that a cute little saying? All right, so we want for a one-of-a-kind friend. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set. So what I always do when I have a photopolymer, a brand new one, I always ink it up first in the Versamark pad and then just tap it off onto my grid sheet. And what that does is it conditions your stamp so that it will take the ink better. All right. And then this is for one-of-a-kind friend. And I had to re-ink my soft suede. All right, so one-of-a-kind friend. We'll set that aside. Because this paper has a little bit of a texture to it, so it stamps not like you would if you were stamping with like basic white. All right, so we want, let's see, let me fold my card. The bees are flying all over the place. All right, we have this. Then look at how pretty this is. So this is going to go on top. And it says to use glue dots. All right. So again, I'm just using my roll. I find it a lot easier to get them off the roll than the ones that come in the kit. But what's great is if you like to travel, or, you know, if you go to a ball game, just something, right, that you are going to do something out of the house, but you have some time to waste, a paper pumpkin kit or, you know, any of the other kits are great to grab, and then you can work on them while you're gone. All right, so see how beautiful it is just by itself. All right, so we're going to take our one-of-a-kind, and it uses the dimensional. So is anybody guessing what? I don't know why I'm putting that many on there. So has anybody got an idea of what I'm going to do for some of my twists? Because I was just like cutting paper, having so much fun without really knowing what they were going to be like. So I'm like, I love to challenge myself. All right, so then we have our pretty. Oh, see now, Linda? I don't even know what I said. So, because I just talk, right? Like I don't have a script to follow. All right, so here is for one-of-a-kind friend. Then the cute little bee. How many bees? Oh, there's one over here on this flower. And then there's a little bee on the tag. So his dimensional is going off the side just a little bit. There we go. So look how cute. Now, of course, you could add bling to it and stuff like that. But I just wanted to do the first three like we were supposed to. And now, for the fun part. Okay, so what I did was, let's make some little 3x3 cards. And these will go perfect in the cute little scallop boxes. And these are in the main catalog. So I'm going to set this aside. So what I did was I cut my envelopes up. And you're probably not surprised by that. All right. So we have the little 3x3 envelopes. So my desk is really getting full now. All right. So this right here is just part of an envelope. And I want to stick it on my envelope. So we're going to take our green tip glue. This is the fun part. Oh, did you get this one? Oh. I also got, remember we had the bees that were on, I don't think they're in the catalog anymore, and the ladybugs. So I brought those out to mess with as well. All right, so this is just green tip glue. So we're just going to put this on the back. So like I said, this might be a long video, so I apologize because we're just hanging out. So I want to make sure I get this. So I'm just gluing this on here. And then just give it a second to set up. This is one of my favorite. And look at, see, I even have a sunflower tattoo. So I swear, Stampin' Up was like, oh, maybe Diana will get one and turn off her skip if there's sunflowers. And they were right. All right, so this just is for the little envelope. So now our little envelope has a pretty little decoration on the flap of it. Now, I'm not throwing anything away. I don't throw anything away till I have made all the cards. All right, so then we have our little 3x3. So it's 3x6 scored at 3. So it makes the cute little, we used to call them love notes. I'm not for sure if it's still called a love note, but I'm just saying yes. So again, this is part of the envelope. So we're going to stick this on the front. So this is just 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So I was like, those envelopes are too pretty. Now I did use some like as an envelope, and then I cut out some as well. All right, then this is going to go on the inside, and this again is part of an envelope. So that's just going to go along the bottom, just like I do the big cards. Just put a little bit of color on the inside. And what's cool is the envelopes are beautiful on the front and the back. So Stampin' Up! Really knocked it out of the ballpark this month. And that might be why there's no refills, because, you know, you have from almost a month, right, to subscribe for the next one. So they kind of have an idea like, well, we're going to need, you know, this many or that many, right? So they probably were like, we only have so many of those free honeycomb things. All right, so there's the inside of our card. Then let's see. So now we can decorate the front. So I want to put this little thing here. We also have some cute, we still have some tags. So I'm going to pop all these out. But what I also did was, let me just pop these out real quick. All right. What I did was I also used the die. Now the dies that I used today on my twist cards are seasonal labels, and that is where this shape comes from. So this is the one that comes in the kit. This is the one, might be a tad bit skinnier. This is the one I made using this die. So it's the same shape. It is just a tad skinnier. I also used tailor-made tags, and that's this one. So this is one of the cards, and I just cut a tag out of it. So here is, I have all my scraps so I can show you. All right. So here is the card. So I cut the card in half, and then I just started cutting pieces out of it. And now I can throw this away. And so that gave me this pretty tag, which is I'm going to use on the box cover, or the box lid. So that's where the tailor-made tags come from. I also use stylish shapes and layering circles. Okay, so let's go back to the card. All right, so I do want to use this little thing here. Then I have a bunch of tags. So we have tags. I punched out. So here is all these bees. Bees for days. So we're just going to stick all our bees over here. So is this how you do your pumpkins? Do you get them all popped out? So I always say at least make one card the way you're supposed to before you do any altered ones, because, you know, you don't want to do something and then go, oh, I used, you know, something by mistake or whatever. All right, so I'm going to stick this on here. I'm going to stick this on here. So this one's going to be kind of simple. And this is cute. So I might pick this. Oh, no, I'm going to pick this because look how much color that has. So I'm going to put this on here. Now, when you do these little love notes, you don't want them really bulky because they have to go into that little envelope. All right, so let me pick hello. So we're just going to say hello on the side of this. So because I've got that flower over there. So we're going to go hello. And then we'll put that on with the dimensionals. And I'll do the same thing. Hopefully it'll snag this thing. But you know what I think I'm going to do instead? I'm going to take this, because this will show more than that. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut away this frame. So you can make it be as big as you want. So I'm just cutting this outside of there. So I don't need a big piece because it's just a little card. So I'm just snip, snip, snip. Don't cut your fingers. So yeah, so this was, I would love to know how many people subscribe then, like if they don't have any refills. So now I feel bad that I'm showing it, but hopefully if you got one, this will give you some ideas to do with yours. All right, so this is, now I'll be using that later. All right, so now we have this pretty gold piece. So this shows a lot more than the other one. All right, so let's pull our little greeting over. So we have hello right there. Let's put a couple little bees. Let's do 3 bees. Come here, bee. Now I'm going to put one on with a glue dot right on that hello tag. So it's going to go right there. And then we'll put a couple on. So I'm just going to use the glue dots because I don't want my card to be too sticky outy. All right. B. And I'm going to put one on the inside. So we have one on the inside. So then we have our cute little envelope. All right, so I won't put it in an envelope. There we go. All right, so I'll set that over there. Now I did the same thing with some of these other cards. Now I won't like sit and make all of these because it's going to be the same kind of idea. But I just cut the envelopes down, and then I'll make these like later. But I want to make sure I can show you, some of the other cards. But so this is just more. So I did 4 little cards that will go into this box. All right. And then I have this little tag that I made. So what I want to do is I want to take this little piece here. So we're going to stick that on the bottom of the tag. So just kind of across there. And just trim that off. And now this is what's going to go on the top of that box. As because I'm going to give the little cards as a gift. We also want to take, let's see, what color? Does this color look good? That might look good. All right, so I just want to put a little ribbon. My ribbon scissors. Just a little piece of baker's twine just on my tag. And I might switch this out after. I just grabbed what I had on the desk because that's kind of bright. All right, so that's going to go on here. I also want, so this is another piece of envelope. So this is from the back of the envelope. That's too dark. So just mess around with it. So let's see. So this is lots better. This looks much closer to the color of this tag. And we have thank you. We have Wishing you so much happiness. How many greetings do I have? We have hello. So I'm going to go thank you. And I'm going to make it be like a thank you gift and give somebody the little cards to use. All right. So it's going to go on there. So we'll stick that on our tag. And then I'm going to use one of those gold bees that I showed. So we've got our little thank you. So these, I don't know if these are in clearance or not. You could look. You might even have some in your stash. But these are in the catalog. I think it was last year. So I'm just going to take a bee from there. Now you could use one of the ones that comes in the kit, but I'm just using, you know, the little gold one because then it also pulls the gold from the little dots. All right, so there, that's that box. All right, so let's pull out more cards. So I'm just trying not to lose any of my pieces and all of my fun. All right. Now this one has all of these pieces, and this one is suggested to right here. So this is part of the kit. So this came out of the kit, and it explains, you know, make the most of your free gift. So it talks about, you know, cutting this down. So just like I did. So we're just going to snip, snip, snip. So we're kind of snipping away that that frame that's around it, that's kind of holding all those together. Snip. But like I said, don't throw away any of these pieces because you might be able to use some of these after. And there's probably not, there might be a right way to do this, but I'm just snip, snip, snip. You are so welcome, Linda. I have, look at how much I cut. So that's why I said this video might be, and I won't do all of them because you don't want to be here all day. All right. I will just talk amongst myself if nobody stays. All right, so I'm just snip, snip, snip. So I'm just cutting away this frame. And it's so cool. Honeycomb is so cool. All right, so there we have that. So we have this for the inside. So what I did was I cut another one of the cards apart so that I had this to put on the inside of my card. Because remember, this color is on the back of the card. So this will go on the inside. And usually I have them finished right and go, oh, and here's the finished one. But I wanted to make so many cards that, and I only did the one kit. So then I wasn't able to do any ahead of time. All right, so this is just scrap paper because we're going to stamp on these again. And it says, so let me read this to you. It says, use the green card base, loosely cut, blah, blah, blah. On the die-cut flower, stamp the centers in soft suede, then stamp the petals in crushed curry. Use the twist technique for fuller petals. All right, so we're going to take our crushed curry, but I also want to take my Mango Melody because Mango Melody is a little bit darker. What a mess I have. All right, a little bit darker. Or Mango Melody, and then I'm going to go into the crushed curry. Just off the side, just a little bit, just to add a little bit of a darkness. And then we're going to stamp over this. And I am not twisting it because it sticks. But because I added that other color, it gives me this variegated look to it. And then We want to clean this really good. Like I should really clean it in my thing. And we'll do the same thing to the other one. Right over top. Now, if you miss any, you could just double stamp it, right? So there's that. Then I want to do the same thing with my center. So I'm going to take Cajun Craze and my soft suede. So I have so this is just scrap. I'm going to clean that. So this is just scrap paper that I'm using. So I'm going to go Cajun Craze, and then I'm just going to tap it into the edge of my soft suede, and that will give me darker on the edge so that the center, that I didn't stamp in the center, did I? Will have like a darkness to it. All right, so Cajun, and then again, soft suede, so you just want to clean in between. So see, you have more of a variegated color to that. And I'm going to stamp over this. I don't think it will hurt it any. No, not at all. All right. So now I have ink pads everywhere. Okay, so let's get back to the card. All right, it's the inside of the card. So that's just called rolling or rock and roll when you ink it up into a darker color after you go into a lighter color. So that's pretty cool. All right, so here is the inside. And let's bring our card over here. All right, so we also have this honeycomb thing that we cut out. And I'm going to trim this off right here. And I'm just going to lay it on here like that. And I'm not going to adhere it because I'm sure that any of the adhesive that I put on these pieces are going to hold it in place. So let's put this on with some glue dots. Again, it's very delicate, so be careful when you pick it off of the glue dot. So when I do the little flower, because look how thin that is, I'm going to pick it off with my pick tool so that it goes up underneath that glue dot. All right, so that this is going to go up here. Then, now they also stamped leaves. So let me get my scrap paper. They also stamped some leaves. So we have this leaf here, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow because it says it goes with Mossy Meadow. Now I have 5 ink pads open. All right, so we have Mossy Meadow. And this is just scrap paper. I'm looking at the thing. Okay, so stamp. Take your blender pen, which I was using it today with white. Can you see that? So I'm just going to clean that off. And then I'm just going to spread that out a little bit, just so that it has a little bit more color. What I probably would do is stamp them on Old Olive cardstock and then do it. So this card is going to only be half done because I am not a fan of those leaves because this is life. This is real life, and I don't want to use that leaf. All right, so we're going to put our sunflower, and sunflower, and sunflower. So I'm putting my dimensionals. This one is in the center, but this one I'm putting them off to the side so they can overlap each other. All So there's that. So see, now this is being held by the stuff I'm gluing on there. Okay, so that goes over there. And then we have our little thank you. And this is one that I did off of the envelope. So this is one that I did. Oh, no, it isn't either. No. So there is a difference in size. See the difference in size? See how skinny that one is? This is from the die. This is from the kit. All right. So thank you. But I like that it's the same shape. All right. So we have our thank you. And I'm going to put my dimensionals over here because I want it to overlap my sunflowers. And then I'll decide how I want to do my leaves later. Because I have this card here that I did not do anything with. So I could even cut part of this out and put behind there as well. So I did leave one card that I didn't do anything with. Because it's kind of, I could use it for pieces or whatever. All right, so we have our cute little thank you. Then let's put a little bee on there. So I want a bee on my thank you. And then I'll put a couple around the card with the dimensionals. Let's see. There we go. So put one there and one up here. And I also want to put on the inside of the card, so it says thank you on the outside. And then I want to put you are, what does it say? Thank you for a one-of-a-kind friend on the inside. And it also has little bees. Like there's a bee stamp. So I'm going to stamp. Make sure you don't have the butt the wrong direction. All right. There we go. So we have a cute little bee. Isn't that so fun? I love how that's drawn. I love how the little wings are. Oh, I love that. So there's this one. But like I said, I may or may not add some leaves to it. So we'll see. So this one is not probably all the way done. All right. So let's see what else I have here. So we have this one. Now this one I have a regular envelope because since I was doing a whole bunch of twist cards, I didn't have enough envelopes because I was cutting them apart. So like this right here is a part of an envelope. All right. So here we have our card base. So I just used the basic white thick. And this will be, I want to make sure I have the right piece. Yeah, so this goes on the inside, and this goes on the inside. So this is going to go on the side because when I'm using things that they're not intentioned for. Hey, Virginia, I miss you. When you're cutting them, I was like, oh, I didn't have one long enough for the bottom, but you can always stick it on the side. I just like to have a little something going on the inside. Wait till you see what I put on the inside of this other one. Oh my gosh. All right. Isn't that bad? It's like, and more. Stay tuned after this commercial. All right, so we're going to put this on the inside. And then I'll decide what to stamp on the inside after. All right, so this was the back of that other card. Remember that? So this has just got a tiny, tiny little bit of a frame, and you can see that pink underneath there. So I'm going to get my glue dots. So this just made this be a little bit different than the other one, because before it was on that darker green. So now it's like a much brighter look with this card. But like I said, it's just a tiny, tiny little bit of a frame. All right. Well, it's actually on the bottom, right? It's on the bottom, but it goes this way because I forgot the card goes this way. All right, so that's going to go on here. So how many of you cut your paper pumpkins all to pieces? I hope you do. All right, so that goes there. Now this is one that I did. And this, now this could actually go this direction too, couldn't it? It could actually go that direction. All right, so this is one that I did with the die, and I just cut one of the cards. So then you have this pretty little decoration on it. Isn't that beautiful? So you want to make sure that you look at your dies and you make sure, and you could do the same thing with designer series paper. Just, you know, it just makes these beautiful little tags, just like this, like that tag that I did for the box. That tag is so pretty with all that decoration going on. All right, so what do I want to put on this one? I want to put wishing you so much happiness. Now, if you don't know what you're going to do with these cards, I always say don't put the greeting on the card till you need it. Because then you could always add the greetings, especially these ones. These ones are pretty like simple, and you could just stick this empty, a blank, that's little blank tag, just in the envelope. Finish the card, and then when you need it, maybe you'll need a birthday card. So then you could put a birthday greeting or a thank you or a get well or something. Just get the card made, and then you can always embellish it later. All right, so then this I'm just going to stick on here like that. I also want a bee. So we're going to take our little bee, put bee there, and so you like to hack your paper pumpkins up too, Mary? All right, so let's put this little bee down here. All right, so that one was pretty cute too. Pretty simple. All right, let's see what's next. It's almost like Christmas because when I cut them out, I was like, okay, these pieces are going to be kind of fun. All right, so let's see what's in this envelope. Surprise, surprise. All right, again, I have a regular envelope that we have in the catalog because I have cut up envelopes. In fact, no, this was a card. All right. All right, so these are the pieces I need for this card. So this is going to be very similar to the one I did last week with the Christmas set. I loved the look of cutting the card up. So this piece right here is, let me get my ruler. This white piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and then these pieces are 3 3/4, and this one is like 2 1/4, 1 1/4, and 1 1/4. So let me show you the tip on how to glue these to this card. You just want to make sure you keep them in order because you're kind of making like a puzzle. All right, so we're going to glue that on there. We're going to skip this one for a second. And we're going to glue this one over here, and just make sure that your edges are the same when you glue so that it will line up. That looks good. And then we can put the center one. Come on, adhesive. That's almost at the end. I have another one ready because I knew I was going to need a new one. All right, so there's that one. Like that. So there's this. Let me fold the card. So don't you love the look? And this kit, Rhonda, was perfect for cutting it apart. Some of them, they have a plain back. So then you only get like the one, you know. But look how pretty that is. All right. So then we have this for the inside. And like I said, remember I don't have, it's not long enough to go this way. So it'll go this way. Just because, oh, see, that one is done. So I have a new one ready to go. So this is just going to go off to the side. So hopefully I'm not boring you. Oh, what does Gloria say? Since there will be no refills, you'll be hacking many cards and envelopes. Yes. Oh, but that's what I always say. You know, at least become a subscriber so that you can always like, oh, yes, I want that one, you know? All right, so there is this for the inside. And you can always put it on hold. This is going to go on the inside. And then this goes on the outside. Now, I'm not going to put any ribbon on this one, but I am going to put this on with dimensionals. And I'm going to have to get dimensionals out of my drawer because I am doing a lot of alternatives, right? So they just give you enough and a little bit more to do the amount of cards that you're supposed to make. They don't give you enough to make a whole bunch of alternative. The box is beautiful, isn't it, Rhonda? If you're just checking, if you're just tuning in, I did, and I'll show you all the cards at the end. I did 3 like it was supposed to, and now I'm doing all my twist cards where I've done something different. Okay, so I need to stamp my sunflower. Let me clean that up. Because when you roll it like I did to get 2 different colors, it gets ink. See, it gets ink on here. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did before because I love that look. So I am stamping in Mango Melody. So I'm stamping in Mango Melody. Then I'm taking my crushed curry and I'm just getting the edges of the flower in it. And then I'm stamping it. This is always fun. I'm not going to worry too much if it's right or not. It's just a sunflower. All right. So there we've got our pretty sunflower that has a variegation look to it. I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. So I'm going to stamp my center in Cajun Craze. So I do that. And then the same thing, I'm going to take my soft suede. Now this kit came with 2 spots. So you can do the same thing with the spots. I'm just using my big pads. And then the center of our flower. Like that. So it gives that, it looks more like a sunflower, you know, with the variegation of the colors. All right, so let's bring our card back. So here's another one that I did that really pretty tag. So look how pretty that tag is. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just love it. So I'm going to put my tag over here. And this time, I'm just going to cover that. So I just want the stitching. So we're just going to cover that tag up. So let's put this on with some dimensionals, or I mean some glue dots. So earlier I did some 3x3 love notes and a matching box. Let's see, yeah. turn it the other way. Because now I'm just trying to figure my placement. Because I hate to cover that up. Because like I said, I'm just like playing. I hope you do the same thing with stuff. I hate to cover that up. I hate to cover that up. It's so beautiful. But I will. All right. So we're going to cover this up. And then we're going to take our sunflower. Now I will go back and add some leaves afterwards. Because it does come with leaves. It comes with these pretty little berry kind of a thing. So I want to stamp my leaf on some old olive paper with the mossy, so it's got some color to it. And I didn't think about that till now, or till a few minutes ago. So I will come back and add, you know, some leaves to that. And then I think I'm going to just leave this one alone. And then I'm going to decide later what I want to put for my greeting on there. Let's grab a bee. We'll stick a bee on there. And like Mary mentioned earlier, if you have any of the ladybugs in your stash from before, they would be cute to add to these cards too. All right, so there's a cute little bee on there. So that one still has, you know, I'm still going to do some stuff to that one. All right, so let's see what else I got here. I also have this one. Let me dump all the stuff out of here. So this is going to use that envelope. So we have some pool party. And here's the inside of this one. Put this flower on the inside. So I'm going to use my green tip glue. So do you like if I do the mimeograph with a kit? Or do you like if I just do it with a catalog set? I always love your suggestions. Okay, I'm going to put this flower here. And then this is that little paper ribbon that we used before. And I'm just going to stick it just so it's just got a little bit over the flower. So it's just got a little bit over the flower. And I'll trim that. And then I want to put a little bit up here. So it just gives it a little bit of a different look and puts some cuteness inside the card. And then it still has room for, you know, your greeting and all that kind of stuff. All right, so that, see, that's very simple. Okay, so that's going to go on the inside of the card. All right, so this is just the basic white, and I'm putting this on here, but this time I didn't have it stick out. So I'm going to glue this directly to this. So I'm going to use green tip glue so that I can kind of put a little bit on the edges, but not a whole lot. And this way, the white doesn't stick out. It's just so that you have something in the background. All right, so this goes on the inside. Let me put this to the inside. Hi, Debbie. Oh, okay. So you like me doing the kids as well? Because that's fine. I love the challenge. All right. So that just goes on the inside. And now this is going to go on the outside. Like that. but we just want to make sure that we're only gluing it to here. So I'm going to put my glue actually on here. So it's going to go on here. Because we want, you know, so this card, you know, you could open it any which way, you know, really. It just depends on where you put your greeting. Because this, to me, this could go like that even, right? And then these flowers are coming down. All right, so here is, so now we decide what we're going to put on the front. And I want to use this one, I think, because it kind of goes with that. And we'll use that big greeting again. Now, I could probably put these together without the greetings, and then I would be able to have them be whatever I need them to be. Like I said, maybe I need a whole bunch of thank you cards. All right. So let's decide. Like I said, this looks cute. I think I'm going to have it go this way. I think I am. So we're going to put this down here like that. Here's my dimensionals. Who took my dimensionals? There we go. So we're going to put 1, 2, and 3. This way, I'm putting my, I don't want to put it through here. All right. So we're going to go one of a kind friend. We have to put some bees. We just have to. So put little dimensionals on there. I love the baby dimensionals. And we also have black. So if you are new to Stampin' Up, we have black dimensionals. And they come with the babies and the mamas in one kit. Did you know that? Or like in one packet. Where the white ones, it's either the mama dimensionals or the baby. They come separate. All right, so let's see. One down there. I'm going to put this one. So he's in that flower. So look how cute this card is. And then we could put our greeting on the inside. All right, what else do we got? What else? All right, so here we have another one. Again, I'm using a regular envelope because I have cut the envelope apart. Now this is one of the cards. So what I did was, I think this is called Spotlight. So this is going to go on the inside. So this is going to go on the inside. This is just a little bit of card or envelope, whatever you have left to, you know, so you could put on the inside or whatever. I think it's just actually a little snippet of the card that I'm putting on the front. Right. This might be the longest video in the world. All right, so I apologize. My husband will be home from work and he'll be like, are you still jibber jabbing in there? All right, so there's the inside. Uh-oh, our bees are getting in our adhesive. Diana, don't blow your bees into the adhesive. Ooh. All right. I'm glad you like that, Debbie. All right. So please make sure, if you have any questions you ask, please make sure you share and like and subscribe when you are here as well. Because then I know that makes YouTube share my channel more. So I'm really trying to grow my channel subscribers. Okay, so there's the inside. Now the outside, so this is going to go on the outside. And what I did was I cut a circle out with my stylish shapes. It's right here. So this came right out of there. And then I cut a circle scallop. So this is going to get glued onto here. So we're going to glue this onto here. And then it's kind of like a puzzle. All right, so let's put this on our card. Now, I haven't been going crazy with ribbon and stuff today just because the video is so long. But you could totally put ribbon on here and make it even more fancier. Okay, now this, you just are going to find where it goes. And you can see like where it goes on the card. So then I'm going to use my dimensionals. And I'm just going to put the dimensionals in my hole. And then we'll just put this down on top of those. And this just hides that hole. And it just completes, oops, I got a backing there. It just completes that card. So you just kind of look, you know, you can see where the leaf is, where the line is. There you go. So see, isn't that cool? So it's like it finishes itself along. I also did, so look how pretty this one is. Look how pretty that shape is. And again, it's got all that gorgeous color in there from this is, I'm feeling it, this is just an envelope that I cut. All right, so that's going to go on there. So this is a little bit bigger. So what greeting am I going to put on this one? Where is that thank you? There, let me do the thank you. No, let me do the bigger one. Will that fit on there? Let me stand up. It might be tight. I'm just going to do thank you because I know that will fit. So don't think you can't stamp on or like die cut out stuff. So see, thank you. And look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. And it's just a die cutted piece of the envelope. All right, so then we're going to put that on the card. Let's see. So then this is when we decide which way we want to go. Up here, down here. I think I'll put it down there. So we'll put a couple dimensionals there for my thank you. And see, this is a little floppy, not a biggie. I'm just going to take that, and that will hold it from being too floppy. Oh no, it's still stuck to the thing. Hang on a minute. There we go. There we go. Oh, hang on. You like the one with the circle cut out and layered. Isn't that cool? I just love that. Because it's very deceiving. It's like, well, how did you do that? And it's so very simple. All right, so let's put a couple. We still have some of these. Ooh, that might be kind of cool, stuck behind there. So we'll just put some dimensionals or glue dots on the back of it and tuck it up underneath there. So now it looks like the bee is going to be in the beehive. All right, so we've got a bee and a bee. So yeah, I think it's called Spotlight or something like that. I don't know. But so I'm just trying to give you some things that you might not think about. So we're going to put a bee there and a little bee here. So see, look how pretty. Now my thank you is a little crooked. I'll have to straighten that up. But we're just going quick. So look how pretty and how beautiful the card out and simple because it's just kind of like a one layer card in a way because you're just using that. All right, so let's see what else I got here. Have I put you to sleep? All right, so let's see what else I got. let's see what else. Again, I'm using an envelope from the catalog because I have cut up an envelope. So we have a different circle this time. So this is the inside of the card. Let me find out what direction we're going. So we have our card base, which is just a basic white thick. Hi, Robbie. All right, so this is there. We're going to put this on the front. I just trimmed this down a little bit. Then this is going to go on here. Now, you can turn it over. If you don't want that gold, just flip it over. And then you have white honeycomb. But let's see what else we can do with it. So I'm going to take this for the inside. I need a little piece of scrap. And we're going to take this and we're going to use this as a mask. So I have my daffodil or crushed curry blending brush. And I'm just going to pick up some. I'm going to rub a little bit off. That is a scrap, right? Usually I have real scrap instead of cardstock pieces. And we're going to use this as a mask. So it's very delicate, so just be careful. And then when you peel it off, look how stinking cute that is. Now, is that not, don't you just want to pee your pants because it is so cute? All right, so we have that on the inside of the card. I'm not going to use this bee on the inside. I'm going to use this stamp. So we're going to stamp our little bee in there. Oop, I keep doing them upside down almost. All right. So our cute little bee in there. Now, if you want, you could take, I'm just going to take like a gel pen because I have that handy. And we're going to go boop, 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 boop. And you have to make that noise. Boop, 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 boop. There. So it looks like the bee is flying on to the card. Isn't that so cute? Now remember, we have a sunflower stamp set in the main catalog. So there might be a greeting in there, you know, that would totally go with this. All right, so I'm just going to put the "You're for a one-of-a-kind friend." So fun. And don't you think that is adorable? Oh, I love it. Okay, so that's the inside. Let's bring our card back over. All right, so put this on the inside. Now what I will do is I will keep this one as my mask because now it's got ink on it, so it's going to kind of be messy. So I'm going to set that off to the side so, you know, that my fingers aren't getting messy. And I'll just keep that one as my mask. So just be gentle with it so you can use it quite a few times before it gets busted. All right, so look at that. So fun. Hey, coffee time. It's coffee time. Don't touch this. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so then we have, this is going to go on the front. So I changed it up. See that? Right on the fly. I was going to use that, and then I didn't. All right, so we have this on the front, and it's just got a tiny little border. I probably could have cut that a little smaller. Then this beautiful circle. So that's going to go on here with some dimensionals. I'm going to get some dimensionals out of my desk because I've almost used up all the other ones. So put that on there. And I'm just making these kind of simple in a way because I'm going to make sure that if I want to add any leaves or anything or bling, right? Like these are, some of these cards would be cute with some bling added. I can always add it later. All right, so I'm going to come in with this right here. And then look how beautiful this one is with that little bit of color on it. And this is one that I just did with the seasonal labels die. And this, I'm feeling it. This is the card. I can tell by the heft of it. Let's see, because this one is thinner. This is from the envelope. All right, so I'm going to put this over here. And it is a little smaller. So I'm going to just make sure I do hello. Because I didn't practice with that bigger greeting on it. And I don't want to mess it up. So we're just going to have it say hello. Hello. All right, so this one's pretty simple. So I will be definitely adding more to this one before I send it out. All right, so hello. A little bit of bling would be cute on it. All right, so there's hello. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to pick up a glue dot and stick up underneath here. All right, and we need a bee. We need a bee. So cute. And you know what would be cute? Winkastella. Winkastella on our bee. Look how cute that little bee is with some Winkastella on it. All right, so this one definitely I will be adding more to it. Some bling will be cute on there, I think for sure. All right, let's see what else I had. So this one, this is another one that I cut in 3. You want me to show that one? What is this one? Oh, this is a different one. Hold on a minute. So I only have 2 more, so it's up to you if you want me to keep going. All right, so this one I have, so this I was going to do the mask too. So instead, since I masked the other one, I'm going to put this on the inside. But I love the look of that blending brush on the inside. So adorable. All right, so this is going to go on the inside. And the scissors, I lost my scissors. And here we go. So that's the inside. Let's get our card scored. Again, I just used basic thick or basic white thick. And that's what I use a lot of times for my card bases. When I watercolor or use the blends, when I use the Stampin' blends, I use the basic white regular. If I watercolor using the water painter and ink refills or the watercolor pencils, I use either watercolor paper or a lot of times I use shimmery. So the basic white paper is the best for solid stamping or the blends. It's not really good for watercoloring because it pills because it's really not made to have a lot of water on it. All right, so look how pretty this one is. Kept pretty simple. And this time, I used the seasonal label dies again. So look how pretty. I mean, it's gorgeous by itself. All right, so I used the seasonal labels again, but I used a different shape. And I cut more of an envelope up. Let me pick this up. And then this is just going to get stuck on the bottom of this. And you can see that envelope glue right there. All right, so we have, this is just going to get stuck on the bottom of this. And then I have this piece. So I was back and forth if I wanted to put this on here as well and just kind of separate it, but I don't think I'm going to. I am, however, going to, I know I said I wasn't going to put ribbon, but I think I fibbed because I am going to put some ribbon on this one. on. I'm just using just the white baker's twine. And I'm going to wrap it on here. All right. So before I do, I want to put my greeting. So then I'm going to decide. Help me. Do I put it up like this or like this? I think I'm going to put it straight up and down. Or do I put it like this? See, this is this how you do? Is this how you do your cards? Try to figure out. I think I'm going to go like this. All right, so I'm going to stamp. Oh, and you know what? I'm changing my mind already. It's a woman's prerogative, right, to change her mind. All right, so I'm going to go, you're one of a kind. And we need a B. Now, these are going to be fun. I'm just using regular ink today. I'm not coloring or anything. So I'm just using the regular ink. All right. So then I'm going to wrap this baker's twine around. I can actually wrap it 3 times because I cut it long enough. A little Scotch tape. Smaller tag to see the flowers. So like down to the bottom, right? I agree. Right. So then I'll tie in a bow. Tie in a bow. Oh my gosh. Longest video in the world. All right. So let's tie, tie, tie. And we'll fiddle fart is the word of the day. I even said it on that Zoom thing. I talk like my granny. All right. She always had some fun things. One of her favorite was, if you're singing for me, you can shut up anytime. I love that one. So, because she was funny and probably I didn't have a good singing voice. All right, so we're going to put this down here. We'll mess with those later. So that's going to go down here. I have a little bit of paper there. All right, so which one are you liking? They're all fun. They're all super fun. I think I have one more. Do you want me to do the final one? You want me to do one more? And then I can show you all of them. All right. Let's see. So I don't even know how many that I've gotten to do. All right, so this is going to go down towards the bottom here. Or up here. Maybe I will put it up here. I'm going to put it up here. Yeah. Because then you can see those pretty yellow flowers. And I'm going to put one of these bees on it. Oh, thanks, Sandy, because I've already stuck it. Wouldn't that be terrible? If you said, put it on the bottom, and I already stuck it. So I have a bee here, but I'm also going to stick a bee on here. And I'll have to mess with those, with that tag. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did before, and I'm just going to take my gel pen, and you could use the Stampin' Up marker too. But then it just gives that little bee trail. All right, and I could always add bling. All right, so there. All right, so let's one more, and I'll let you go. I so appreciate you spending all your afternoon with me. All right, so we have one of these. So it's another one that I cut, and I just love, love, love the look of these where they're cut. I just want to make sure I'm using the right piece, because one is the inside and one is the outside. All right. This is the inside piece. So when you do these cut ones, you just want to make sure that you don't just cut a bunch of paper, put it in a stack, and then try to figure out. So you want to keep the pieces together. So see, it's like a puzzle. So you know, okay, there was the card. So this is the card that we just finished. So see, this is the card we just finished. This is it, using it in another way. So we just want to move these aside. Now, if you wanted, you could pop these up too with dimensionals and would give it a different look. I know, I'm going to try something different. All right, so we're going to glue that there. And then this one's going to go here. We won't glue that one yet. And then we'll glue this one over there. So this is the last one. You'd be like, I should have said, make sure you go pee or whatever before you start this one. Okay, so this time I'm going to take this and I'm going to put dimensionals on this. So this one is going to sit up higher than the other two panels. So I'm going to put quite a few dimensionals because I don't want it sagging, because you know this paper is a little thinner than our basic white paper, so I don't want it sagging in the center. So I'm putting, so this will give it a little bit of a different look by doing that. All right, so see how it's raised higher. So see, it sits up a little higher than the other one. So depending on the light, you're going to be able to see like a little bit of a shadow from it. We've got more of this stuff, so we can add that. I'm trying to think of all the pieces that I poured out of that envelope. All right, so here's the inside. And this is actually the rest of the card. So see, this is the rest of that card. So now it's going to go on the inside. So nothing gets wasted. When the paper pumpkin kit is so gorgeous, nothing gets thrown away. Because you should see my little stack of extras that I was like, okay, just hang on to that till I'm all done the cards, and then I'll decide, okay, now I can throw that away. All right, so let's see here. Stick this on the inside. So because this is a little smaller, I made this be 3 3/4 by 5 instead of the normal 4 5 1/4. Okay, so it's just a little bit smaller, but then that way this fits because it's smaller here, right? Okay, so we have this cuteness. It's going to go on the front here. We have our little saying. Did I cut this one? No, that's Stampin' Up one. So I should be able to stamp this big greeting. And then I'll show you all the cards. Now, and then after the video, I'll finish all my 3x3s. But all right, so there's my wishing you happiness. So that's going to go on the bottom there. So I'm going to put a couple dimensionals, because remember we put dimensionals here, so it's raised up. So we want to make sure that we stick those there and put that here. And then we got to put a couple bees. So let's get a few little bees, and then I'll show you all of the cards. That's going to be quite a picture I take at the end. All right. So one bee. So I love making this center one stick out. It gives it a different look to it. All right, here's another little bee. Oh, I forgot to put that on. Let's see, I'm going to put this on with dimensionals too. So it also will be popped up. Does anybody else do this with their dimensionals, just load your fingers all up with them. All right. Okay, almost done. This is the last card, and then I can show you the finished ones. All right. I like Gloria. Yes, keep going. All right, so let's see here. This goes on here, so I like using the dimensionals. And when you use a lot of dimensionals, you're going to have to put more postage. All right, so I have a lot of pieces left. I have a lot of dimensional backings everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to quickly just close my pads. I'm sorry, just so that I don't by accident drop any of these gorgeous cards in an ink pad, because I would just cry. I would cry so hard. All right, so let's show the all the finished things that we did today. Boy, you had a lot to listen to. All right, so here is 1, 2, 3, and I still need to do stuff to that one. And it could even be just this, because this would be cute under it, or add some of this. So who knows? All right, but just know this one is in a work in progress. All right, then there was this one. And I don't even know if I have any favorites. There was this one. They're all really cool. This one I'm still going to add stuff to it. There's this one. There's this one that still needs some leaves. There is, so here's one of the little love notes that will go with the box. So I have 3 more to make. So there'll be 4 total. And then here's the little envelope that goes with it. So I have the other 3 here. So I will finish those, later to go with that. And then here's the little tag that will go on top of the box. And then the little love notes will go inside. And then I'll just have that, and I'll give that to somebody as a gift. So here are the 3 that I did at the beginning. And these ones are made like the kit tells you to make them, basically. So anyways, but hopefully you didn't fall asleep, because I just love it. So here is, so there's where I got that 1 circle. So see all these pieces I have left over? I have so many pieces. So many pieces. And if I wanted to make more cards, let me flip the camera. If I wanted to make more cards, I have all those envelopes, right? Because I have so many envelopes that I was actually going to use as an envelope. But if I wanted to just make more cards and use my basic white and just the envelopes from the catalog, I can make so many more cards. So I still might do that, because those envelopes, I hate to think that they're going through the mail and getting all ruined. So I think I will. I think I will just make some more. I like that one that I spotlighted. That was easy. So anyways, so I'm so glad that you liked them. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you click the little bell, and then it will let you know when I go live. If you've been here before, welcome back, and I so appreciate you spending time with me today. I will be back tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays. I believe it's episode 140, and that's 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And I don't see any questions, so I think we are good. Thank you so much, so very much. I will put supply list underneath the video. I didn't use tons of extra stuff. Not really, because its kit is so beautiful. All right, so I'm going to say see you later. Have a great night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.